Hello, welcome to Mismatch Readers Club. I can name my own podcast. I'm Hannah and I'm here with Eliza, and we are talking about books that defined us and childhood favourites today. And we'll also do general reading update, the Wheel of Plot Luck. We have
the Wheel of Plot Luck's next episode.
Whatever.
We can update on the last spin.
We can do the previous one. And also, hopefully, this episode, touch wood, we are not going to have technical difficulties like the 45 minutes of lost footage that we have from the previous episode, because we have new mics.
We do.
Which feels very professional.
We're also sitting like on opposite ends of the room almost at this point.
Yeah, we couldn't be further apart, genuinely. Genuinely.
Fits the vibe for us.
But yeah, we'll just physically. There was that meme I saw recently that it was just like, I love my best friend so much. One day I hope I could give her a hug. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty much me and Eliza. Although I love my best friend so much, one day I hope we get a picture together.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, you and I having 4 photos from the last decade.
I'm pretty sure the last photo we actively took together was when I came down. There was one time I came down. I think it was when we went for dinner at that Korean place.
Yeah, I think you were pregnant when we took a photo. The last time we took a photo together. It was so long ago. And you weren't
that was almost 5 years ago.
You weren't like super, super pregnant. I think you were like pre 20 weeks or something.
Yeah, I came down in November. I think I was about 17 weeks.
Yeah.
For my sister's wedding.
Because you had like a little bump, but not a big bump.
The bump had popped a little bit.
Yeah. So that was the last photo. Oh, we've got like one when I came up to Queensland. But it was like, no, it's not a good photo. It's like me and then you in the background making me breakfast.
Oh, yeah. We do well.
We do well. It's fine.
If this podcast goes anywhere, we will be forced to take photos together.
Disgusting.
Probably professional ones.
I don't know about
photographer friends, don't you?
I've got photographer friends. I'm thinking of the last photo shoot I did, with the last 2 professional shoots I did, and it was with Josh getting my kit off in random rural locations. So that might not be the best for us, but we could work something out.
Wouldn't be the first time we've seen each other naked. Let's be real.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, all right. What should we do first? Should we do reading update or update on the plot luck challenge?
Let's do the plot luck update, I reckon.
Did that actually get into the previous episode?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Because it was after... So to recap, when I was editing last episode, while recording, Hannah's internet cut out at any given point, but we didn't realize because we could still see each other and hear each other, and the software we were using said it was still recording.
Nightmare.
And then it fully cut out. And then Hannah dialed back in
on my phone.
On your phone, yeah. And we spun the wheel. Yep. So that's in there.
But we did lose probably half an hour and literally almost all of the questions that Dale asked us.
Yes.
So at some point in the next couple of episodes, we will answer Dale's questions.
We will re-answer them, and hopefully the recording lands.
The recording will work. Well, we're in person this time. Last recording session, we were online.
That is true.
So... it'll be all good.
But yes, we did get the wheel spin, and the spin was it was Book Rewind, so a book from the year we were born, or somewhere around there. We obviously went with the year that we were born because it's the first time we've spun Book Rewind.
Yeah.
And you chose to read?
Written on the Body by Jeanette Winterson, which... it actually took me a little bit to try and find a book to read, because my first thought was, I'm just going to reread The Secret History. And then I was like, that feels like cheating.
Yeah, well, we also vetoed that.
We did veto it.
That was one veto.
I've been wanting to reread it because one of my work friends has been reading it on my recommendation, and he really liked it. And it was making me be like, I should revisit that book. But yeah, so I read our producer Kaiser is making so many noises.
Go.
No, he's hanging out. He's got a lot to say. Anyway, I read Written on the Body, which is, actually, I really loved it. Like, I had read some of Jeanette Winterson's autobiography, which I think is called, it's called Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit.
Oh, yeah.
And I had read some of it, but then I think I just like dropped off because I was reading it at a busy period. But then this one was like quite, I guess, like bold when it came out because it is about a love affair, but the main character is not gendered and is like nothing about them really is revealed.
Yeah.
So it was told from a completely non-binary point of view, which I really, really appreciated, obviously, being a non-binary person. So that was really cool. And it was about like their love affair with this married woman. But it was, I didn't expect it, it was a cancer novel. So it ended up being a bit of a cancer novel at the near the end, which I was just like, ooh, because I really...
You don't do well.
It's too much. Like my grandparents died of cancer. I don't like reading about cancer. I have lived it. So, but it wasn't, it was done with like a really light touch. So it wasn't like the be all and end all of it. And it was just such a beautiful book. And it was also delightfully short. It was like 192 pages. And I was like, yes. And it was also published, the version that I read, obviously it was published in 1992, but the version I read was published the day before my birthday.
Oh,
which was cool.
Timely.
Yeah, and I read it in like 2 sittings. I read almost all of it, and then I had to get up and go out. So I was like, well, now I have to read the last 20 pages, but I need to be alone when I'm reading the last 20 pages because I was like, I think this book is going to make me weep. And it did. But 5 stars. It was fantastic. I really, really liked it. And now I do really want to read more about more of Jeanette Winterson's books.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was great. What did you pick?
So
you picked 2, didn't you?
So initially I was going to read The Patron Saint of Liars by Anne Patchett. It's Anne Patchett's debut novel, who actually, ironically, literally released another novel the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, because
I think it literally came out this week.
I'm going to just look that up while you keep talking because I saw that when I was bookstore hopping this week.
It was crazy. But I was going to read that and I think I read maybe the first 5 or 6 chapters. And unfortunately, I was quite unwell when I was reading it or when I'd started to read it. And I don't know if it was me or if it was the book. It was very, very religion heavy at the start. And I know it's supposed to like shift a little bit.
Is this the one about nuns or something?
Yeah.
Or it was to do with her going to like a mother and baby home?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to essentially be about the main character learning to like not run away from her problems and stuff, which is like obviously all well and good, but it just wasn't vibing with me. So I put it down and I ended up picking up All Around the Town by Mary Higgins Clark, who is an author I've read quite a lot of because my mum had several of her books at home. And your mum probably did too.
I reckon she might have, or if not, it was like one of those books. I feel like they have such distinct, very similar covers. And it was in the realm of like, oh, these are like mum books in that, like it was like Agatha Christie, Mary Higgins Clark, like Dick Francis type of stuff.
Yeah.
Is that like, that's what the mums would borrow from the library.
But yeah, my mum had a few of those. And I have actually read All Around the Town before. I read it probably back in either high school or like shortly after finishing high school. And I remember really enjoying it. So I picked that one up. And honestly, Mary Higgins Clark writes such a good twisty thriller.
Love.
Even though like, you kind of know, like, you know who the bad guy is through the whole thing. It's not like a murder mystery sort of thing where you're not sure who the bad guy is going to be. She just executes it so well. So the general basis of this book is we have 2 main characters, essentially. They're sisters. The younger sister was abducted at age 4.
Oh, yes.
Held captive and then returned at age 6.
Yep.
They just left her. The news had started to get bigger. Someone had seen them and this couple that abducted her just decided to dump her. They left her outside of school. She was found, returned to her family. And then it sort of jumps into adulthood. And Laurie, who was the girl that was abducted, has multiple personality disorder or dissociative identity disorder, as it's now known. And they think obviously that stemmed from being abducted. And, it's a pretty common understanding nowadays that DID derives from severe trauma as a young child.
Yeah.
And so she's got these multiple personalities. The couple that abduct her, the husband is now this bigwig TV evangelist. And
it's always the fucking evangelists.
I know. So we had a bit of a
always.
religious overtone again, but not in the same kind of way.
Mm.
But Laurie's university professor ends up getting murdered. And
Okay.
one of Laurie's alters has been writing this professor, all of these like rather explicit letters.
Oh,
And
yes.
she has no recollection of. So then he gets murdered. She becomes the prime suspect.
Mm.
And then it sort of twists and twists and twists and twists. And
Yep.
it's just, it's so well done. Like, I think I rated it 4.5 stars. Like,
Love
it's not a perfect thriller, but it's easy.
Yeah.
It's quick to get through. Excellent. I can't recommend Mary Higgins Clark enough.
I feel like she's another one of those authors as well who just like published so many books.
I think one of my favorites by her, and I don't remember what it's called, but it is essentially, I told you about it. It's a Lizzie Borden retelling.
Oh, yeah.
Almost. That's excellent. But yes.
Yep.
After
After we went for a walk and you were telling me about this book, I did go back and listen to the podcast episode about Lizzie Borden that I really like, which is the Law podcast. I honestly don't know if it's still going, but it's
probably it's been going forever.
Lore.
Yeah.
And that guy has such a soothing voice. Like, he's got a beautiful, beautiful voice to listen to. But I really liked his Lizzie Borden episode, so I went back and listened to it, and I was like, yes, Lizzie Borden, so good. So yeah, that would be a good one to read, I think. Also, going back, Anne Patchett's book got published 3 days ago, 2nd of June.
Oh yeah, there you go. What's it called?
Whistler.
Yes.
I remember when I went to my disastrous bookstore trip this week.
Yes, you can elaborate on that later.
Anyway, I feel like that moan was really loud. So sorry to everyone. I remember picking it up in the bookstore because I was like, oh, that's a really nice cover. Because it's like a beautiful painting on the cover. But yeah. Should I elaborate on my reading my bookstore trip?
Yes, please do.
So I will try and spark note this because otherwise I'm going to talk for like 45 minutes. Anyway, so I have leave at the moment. I have a week and a half off. Beautiful. Yum, yum, yum. Gorgeous. I'm not beholden to time. Justin's getting out of bed in the morning and going off to work, and I'm going bye and rolling over and going back to sleep. Stunning.
Love that.
It's gorgeous. I plan to read a lot, and I haven't read. I've been on leave since Tuesday night, and I have not read a single word of a book except for like maybe 5 pages of autobiography I've read by Anne Carson. And I'm like, I'm going to go buy books, and I'm going to use the voucher that my friends got me for my birthday, and I'm going to go to Matilda's bookstore. Anyway, I get up. I'm like having a beautiful time. Whatever. I get a coffee. I get a little sweet treat from my favorite place to get coffee when I get off at the train. Blah, blah. Should I tell the photo booth story?
Your call on that. You're the one. You're exposing yourself in that one.
I have half an hour to kill before I have to get the bus up to Stirling. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to use the cute little vintage photo booth in the Adelaide train station. And I'm like, go in to take photos for myself. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll take a cheeky photo and give it to my partner as like a cheeky thing. And also, I'd like to just clarify, not showing nipple, just flashing. I'm wearing a cute bra. I'm like, this is going to be fine.
You're still covered.
I'm still covered.
You're still,
it's
for
fine.
the most part, publicly decent.
Anyway, while I'm in the photo booth, I have my headphones on. I have my music playing very, very loudly. I'm in the zone. As I pick my jumper up to flash, a person pulls the curtain back. We both scream quite loudly. And then he goes, oh, I'm so sorry. He's like, I don't think you could hear me, but I was knocking on the outside. And he goes, I'm actually here to service the machine because the flash is working, but the photos aren't taking. I'm ready for Satan themselves to drag me down to hell at this point. I'm like, please let the ground open up. I'm going to die. Anyway, he was a darling. He was so nice. He refunded me my money. And then he was just like, oh, people take photos like that all of the time. You don't need to be embarrassed. Anyway, I'm like...
Still mortified?
Oh, I just can't believe it happened. I was just like, seriously, I just wanted to do... like, and I don't do things like that often. And I'm like, this will just be like a fun, cheeky photo that I can like leave on Justin's like desk or something.
Yeah.
Or, pin to the fridge and wait for him to notice it. Nightmare. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
Moving on with my day.
Moving swiftly on with my day. Obviously, I do the thing where you do something embarrassing and you go, I'm never going to tell anyone about that. Then I immediately text all of my friends about it.
Yeah.
Which was funny. And then I get on the bus to where I think I'm going to Stirling. And I do not realise, having not lived in the hills for a fucking decade, prior to this living there for 13 years or 14 years or something. And I don't realize that the bus doesn't go through Stirling anymore. So I think that it gets off basically across the road from the bookshop.
Yeah.
No. It gets off. The closest I could get to Stirling was the Crafers interchange, which is like a 2-kilometre walk.
Yeah, you'd have to walk across the bridge.
Yeah.
Over the highway.
Yeah, and I don't realise that. And I don't have a great sense of direction anyway. And I'm like, okay. So me, 34 years old, have to ring my mummy because the bus takes me to Mount Barker. Maybe I shouldn't dox where my parents live in the Adelaide Hills.
You've already said it. They live in Mount Barker. That's fine.
Mount Barker's huge now. So I have to ring my mum and she goes, what are you doing? And I go, could you come and pick me up? I'm at the shops, or like the Mount Barker shops. And she's like, why are you there? And she's like, shouldn't you be at work? And I'm like, we don't need to get into it, Mum.
Just come get me. I'll explain later.
So anyway, thanks, Mum. So she came and picked me up and then she very, very kindly dropped me off in Stirling, which was nice of her.
Did she come in?
No, she just dropped. I went and had coffee with her and stuff like that and hung out with my parents a bit and my brother. And then she was just like, I'll drop you off at Stirling. So I was like, okay, cool. So she dropped me off. I went in there. It was really nice. It was so unbelievably cold in Stirling, like 3 degrees cold.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the day it was going to be like 15 here in the city. And I think Stirling was going for like 10.
Yeah, it was like the wind chill was crazy. But it's always cold in Stirling. It's like the bottom of the gully.
Yes.
So, yeah, it was very chilly. But Matilda's is always beautiful. I was trying to have like a really nice, quiet, peaceful time. And there was a very loud child in there just screaming, I want a book. I want a book. And like, me too, babe. But I can do that silently.
We love your enthusiasm, but maybe take it down a couple of decibels.
Please. Yeah, it was really nice. But I do feel, I was talking to Justin about it. I feel like there's not a ton of new books out that I want to buy at the moment. And I think it's because I've probably already bought them or already looked at them and gone, oh, I don't think that I want to read that. And I feel like I've been in bookstores a lot and like with the podcast and stuff, like more on, I'm going to buy, like looking at new releases and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was kind of in there like, oh, I can't find a ton of books that I want to buy, or these are all books that I've seen before.
Yeah.
But then I did end up spending a lot more than what my voucher was. But I bought Vocal Break by Lauren Elkin, which is about like women in the music industry.
Yeah.
And she's like an art. Kaiser? Shush. You're not adding to the conversation. She is an art historian and I'm excited to get it. Then I got Helen of Nowhere by McKenna Goodman, which is a fiction book, which I'm excited to read. And then I've got, what else did I buy? Hold please. Same. Oh, I bought Absence by Issa Quincy, who is a British poet, but this is his first fiction novel. So I'm excited to read that one. And then the other one, I'm so I was like not expecting to see this there, but Matilda's has a great range. So that was not really that surprising. But I got My Heart Is This, which is Tracy Emin on painting by Martin Gayford. And Tracy Emin's like my favorite artist besides Louise Bourgeois. And it's like essentially like a long form interview with her, and it's like her I think this is actually the book that goes with her latest exhibition, which is a big retrospective on her work and her new work that she has made, because she got a massive like cancer diagnosis in 2021 or 2022, and she ended up having to get, essentially it was like, I think like her bladder, colon, full hysterectomy.
Whoa.
Like has a colostomy bag and urostomy bag now.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to like kill her essentially because it was so bad, but she's now like recovered and she's made this like beautiful series of work about it. So and it's like a big, beautiful hardcover book with like lots of photos and stuff in it as well. So yeah, that was apart from the like rocky start, it was a very successful bookstore trip. And then I had a very wholesome interaction when I was waiting for the bus back into Adelaide, where I was like going through all of the books, and this old man sitting at the bus stop next to me going, "Did you buy every book in the shop?"
Oh, bless.
And I was like, "Oh no." And then he was like, "Can you tell me about what books you got?" And I was like telling him about it. And it was just like a nice, wholesome interaction.
I love that.
Which was very sweet, because I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I don't really want to talk to people when I'm at the bus stop. But he was just like so nice and just clearly wanted a little chat and everything, which was cute. So yeah,
I
it was
love
good.
that. I love it when you get, like, I don't particularly like talking to people at bus stops either, but when you get those occasional ones where you're like, oh, you're so sweet.
Yeah, it was just wholesome. He was very cute. So yeah, that was that. And now I don't have any book vouchers to spend anymore.
Unfortunate.
Devastating.
Neither do I, actually. I spent my Dippings one when we went a couple weeks back.
Yes. Yeah.
I spent more than my voucher too.
Oh, yeah. I had a $50 voucher and I spent $180.
Holy shit.
Well, the Tracy Emin book and the Vocal Break book both have like full color images in them, and they're like big hardcover books.
Yeah, so they're probably like $60, $70 each at least.
Yeah, they were like $65 each.
Okay, it's easy to do that.
It's diabolical. It's absolutely diabolical. But yeah, it was good. It was good. And then like a couple of days before, Justin and I went to Streetlight and I bought, I think it's called Surreal Spaces, and it's about Lenora Carrington, who was a surrealist British artist. And it's written by her, I want to say either it's her great niece or her cousin. It's like quite a distant family relative, but that person is a journalist. And they've ended up kind of like writing, I think they've written 2 books about her. And they kind of like reconnected with her because Lenora Carrington like left Britain and moved to Mexico and lived to Mexico for a large portion of her adult life.
Okay.
And she kind of like reconnected with her when she was in her like late 80s, I think it was. And wrote about her art and stuff like that, which is really good. But it is a fucking brick of a book.
I bet.
It is so heavy. So yeah, been on the art book grind at the moment, which is nice. I'm having a good time. But yeah, what have you read in the month of May?
I read 12 books in May, which is a 12 and a half technically because I was halfway through a book at the end of the month.
The absolute humbling moment when I messaged you on Teams, because not only do we talk in person constantly and also via text, but because we work similarly, we message each other on Teams all the time as well. God forbid either of our work looks at our Teams conversations. When
we try not to complain about our job on Teams.
And also, like, I don't
it's general chit-chat on Teams. If it's job whinging, it's via text.
Yeah, and, like, also, like, job whinging for me is, like, I actually really, really like my job, but I just am tired and worn out, I think. But, yeah, I messaged you being like, I read so many books in May. I feel like I've had such a good reading month. And then violently humbled because Eliza then goes, I read 12 books in May. It was such a good reading month. And I was like, oh, cool, I'll go fuck myself.
Yeah, I had an absolute boomer of a month.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't have to, but because of the pathetic attempt I made in April with 4, I definitely had a bit of catching. I had a bit of catching up to do. So I had 10 books on my list, and then I read 2 extra.
Nice.
2 of them were advanced copies. So even though they're both out now.
Is that the one you got?
That's the one I got you.
Yes.
I'm
so excited to read
that book is probably the best book I've read this year so far. It's right up there.
Big call.
And that's saying a lot because it's a cozy queer fantasy. Like, nothing against queer fantasy, like, at all. But, like, cozy fantasy in particular is not usually what I read.
Yeah, you read more.
I read more heavy fantasy.
Yeah, I was going to say you're very much like a true, if I think of like a romantasy reader, like you're who comes to mind for me.
But it was so good.
It was honestly like it's
excellent.
Obviously not a visual medium, but like the cover is so cute. When I was with Justin in Dimmicks and you had just messaged me about this, and then he found it in Dimmicks and was just like, I think this is the book that Eliza's getting you. And I picked it up in there and I was like, oh my God, it looks so, so cute. And like the cover is so nice as well.
I read it in 2 settings.
I'm so excited.
Like, it's described as, like, I've said this to you, but for our listeners, it's described as Stardew Valley, which if you've played Stardew Valley, you know what it is, meets Studio Ghibli.
Delighted.
And honestly, that is the best description it could give.
Yes. I'm so happy.
That's absolutely bang on. It was so excellent. And like, it's a brand new release. So I don't want to give like any spoilers because it literally came out like 3 days ago is the technical publishing date. But yes, absolutely excellent. Like, I would read it all over again.
Yes.
Probably immediately.
I'm so excited.
So was very, very grateful to receive an advance copy from Poison Pen.
Cute.
Yeah. If you like cozy fantasy, I would recommend.
I love cozy fantasy.
Yes.
Well, obviously, after reading the Paladin's book. What were the other good books that you read?
I also read, let me pull up my list because I don't have it up in front of me. I also read, obviously, The Wax Child, which we have talked about.
Extensively.
That feels like I've read that so long ago.
Yeah,
but I actually read it in May.
When I looked at the books that I read in May, I was like, May, I think, went for like 3 years. And I think it was genuinely because Justin and I were sick for most of May. Like, we were sick for 3 weeks of it, and it was just like dragged.
So I read, The Thorn Queen. So I talked about a couple of these books, I think, in the last episode. I'd read The Thorn Queen, The Wax Child, Deathbringer, which was another one I received as an advance copy. So I actually read 3 advance copies.
Jesus.
Deathbringer is also right up there. I gave it a 4.75.
Wow.
Very, very, very good. It's also a debut novel, so
I like
the caliber for a debut novel, way up there for it.
I like that when you have, like, because I can see your list now, but I like when you have a good reading month and they're all like highly rated. Yeah. It's just like, it just feels so satisfying.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, I don't often like rate stuff lower than, like, I'm a fairly easy to please reader.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, like, I can overlook quite a lot when it comes to books. It's not often, like, the lowest rating, the average lowest rating I give is like 3 stars. And that's like, a book is fun.
Yeah.
If I actively don't like it, then my problem is I can almost always find something I do enjoy about a book.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily...
You're not a harsh critic, I think, when it comes to it. Like, if you're putting time into the book, you're kind of just like, it's fun. This is pretty good. But
I think, like, my top reads for the month, I read 12. I'm not going to list them all. Obviously, Field Guide, that's a 5-star. It's cool. Sorry, we haven't even said the title. Field Guide for the Formerly Villainous by Autumn K. England. It came out this week, just gone, or last week when this episode airs. And it is absolutely excellent. Deathbringer by Sonia Tagliarini. Debut novel, I gave it 4.75.
Love.
Very, very unique magic system. It's an academy setting, which I'm an absolute sucker for.
You do like an academy setting.
I do love an academy setting. The Thorn Queen by Sasha Payton Smith. That's the one that had that quote that...
the horny quote. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very horny quote.
We discussed that.
We discussed it last episode.
Yep.
And then All Around the Town, I think. I had a couple of books where things just didn't, like, sit super right with me.
Yeah.
Broken Dove was one of them. Like, I gave it 3.75. But Silver Elite right before it is a 4.5 star. So that's a fairly
big... It's a bit of a drop.
It's a pretty big drop. It introduced something into the story that I can see how it happened, but I don't like it. And I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
And yeah, the tone shift is very different from book 1 to book 2. But it's kind of supposed to be.
Yep.
Book 1, Silver Elite, we are in a bit of a... It's not quite an academy setting, but it's like a military training camp, essentially. So it's kind of like academy, like they have some, like, classes, quote unquote, but it's more like training based. And then in book 2, it's more... It almost reads like a bit of a war novel.
Okay.
But not in...
That can be hard to read,
not in a bad way. Like, I say war novel, like... kind of like Hunger Games-esque war novel. So, yeah. It was good. Like, it ended on enough of a cliffhanger, but I just think there were some things introduced into it that I was like, I don't like this. I don't see why we need to add this in.
Yeah.
But anyway, overall, a very good reading month. Very good reading month. What about you? What else did you read this? What did you read this month? You actually haven't said.
I actually just realized that I think I have not updated this properly, because I think there was a book that I finished in May. Oh, no, sorry, I did finish that in June. Never mind. I started it on the last day of May. I read... I'll just list them off and give very, very... I'm going to try and do brief reviews.
Hopefully brief. We have been recording for 30 minutes already.
I read The Position of Spoons and Other Intimacies by Deborah Levy, which was like a non-fiction collection of her essays.
Yes.
Deborah Levy can be a bit hit and miss for me, which this month is a good example of her being hit and miss for me, to be honest. So I thought this was a bit all over the place and I didn't love it. There was a couple essays in there that were really good, and then there was a couple where I was like, I don't understand. This feels a bit. It wasn't all cohesive. As an essay collection, I thought. Then I read Offences by Constance Debris, which was translated from the French. It was really short, like under 100 pages short, and it was about what makes a criminal. And that was really, really fascinating. I thought that was really good. I read Hagtail by Sally O'Reilly, which was my book club book with Emma. And it was a Macbeth origin story.
Yes.
Couple really cool parts in it. It lost me towards the end.
Yeah, I was going to say, you ultimately didn't really like it, did you?
I just wish there was like the chapters about Wolver, which was like the girl who ends up marrying Macbeth, or the Macbeth character in it. I wanted to be a little bit more fleshed out. Yeah. And there was a couple really, really like aggressively violent, and like I'm okay with violent scenes in books, but it felt like it didn't match the rest of the book. And there was a particularly like violent scene with the death of a child, and I was like, this is actually unnecessary. Like it felt like
disingenuous.
It felt like gratuitously violent.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, not disingenuous.
Then I read Written on the Body. And then I read Flaneur, Women Walk the City by Lauren Elkin. This was her, I think it might have been her first novel. And it was her like exploring women walking through the cities over history.
Okay.
Really, really interesting. Like it like explored like Paris, London, Tokyo, and New York. Super interesting. I really, really liked it, but I love Lauren Elkin, so that's not really a surprise. And then I read My Year in Paris with Gertrude Stein by Deborah Levy. Perfect example, 5 stars. Yeah. Brilliant book. Like I don't think it was like every single line highlighted. I'm like highlighting shit. I'm taking photos of it. I'm sending it to Justin and Dale being like, I have goosebumps on the train. This is so fucking good. It was just excellent. It was like her writing. It is a fiction book, but it's her writing a novel about Gertrude Stein, who is an American writer.
Okay.
And it was just fascinating. It was such an interesting book. It was nice and short. It was like 230-ish pages. Yeah, it was beautiful. I actually bought that with, I think I bought that with the voucher my brother got me for my birthday from Dylan's.
Yeah.
And yeah, just absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic. And then I didn't end up finishing it in May because it is 600 pages, but I started reading Knife Woman, The Life of Louise Bourgeois, which is my favorite artist ever. I'm
sitting here looking at
you're looking at the tattoo that I
have.
Love her. She had a very, very long career. She had like a 70-year long career, but it's translated from the French by Lauren Elkin. Which is
I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah. So I'm kind of reading that, and that's my like bed book.
Okay.
But it's like I get in and I read a chapter every night, and it's like not a book that I want to like rush through.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm just like chilling, having a little chapter read. Also, brief Justin update. Justin reading update. He's finished. What's the series called?
Red Rising.
He's finished the Red Rising series. He really liked Morning Star.
Yeah.
He was like,
has he finished it in its entirety?
All 3 books.
Oh, the first 3. Okay,
Yeah. So he's read the first 3. He really liked them. He said it was such a good ending. He liked how everything was really well wrapped up.
You could stop there if you wanted to.
I think he said that he is going to stop there at the moment because the other ones are really big, and also he is wanting to read more of nonfiction, like get back into his nonfiction reading.
And also just wait till the last book has a release date, because otherwise you don't want to like. I am.
Big fan.
I'm a big fan. I'm all for rereading.
Yeah.
However,
they're huge.
The second 3, like the second 3 books that are out are big books.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the first 3 are like fairly short. Like I think Morning Star is the biggest out of them, and it's like maybe 450 pages.
Yeah. But they're all sub 500.
The rest of them are more than 500 pages.
Yeah. Yeah.
So rereading those is going to be a task. Yeah. So that's why I've also stopped after Morning Star.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I will pick it back up. I might reread Morning Star prior, but it does kind of end off at a nice point anyway.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he thought it had been wrapped up really well. So yeah, he had
there's loose ends.
good time.
There's definitely loose ends, but it's like a nice sort of midpoint where you're not going to lose too much. Like, I feel like I could probably reread the last couple of chapters of Morning Star.
Yeah.
And then go into Iron Gold.
Yeah. Well, he really liked it. He had a good time reading it.
Excellent.
And now he's reading, we'll just do Justin Corner on the podcast. He's reading a book I got him, actually. It's called Freewheeling Essays on Cycling. So, he's an avid bike rider.
It's very
Justin.
Yeah.
It's very, very Justin. It's just a group of writers talking about like writing little essays on cycling through the city and stuff like that. I think it's predominantly like British based.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's reading that at the moment and liking it. So
excellent.
That's the Justin reading corner.
I won't give Dan one because he doesn't read. I love him, but he doesn't read much.
All right.
He reads graphic novels. He's a graphic novel guy.
Interesting.
And I'm like, you know what? You do you, mate.
Yeah. It's reading.
Which is why I want to petition Pierce Brown to do Red Rising in a graphic novel.
Yeah.
I think it would make an excellent graphic novel.
I actually just saw, that reminded me because Emily bought it for her daughter. The Raven Cycle is being done as a graphic novel, and I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I think I remember seeing that.
Don't quote me on this. I think Maggie Stavata, the author, has done the art for it because she's also an artist. Don't quote me on that, because now that I've said that, I'm a bit unsure about it.
Questioning myself.
But she definitely did the art for the Raven Cycle tarot deck, which I have, and the art on it is really, really stunning.
Interesting.
So yeah, he could read that. All right, should we go into the
actual theme?
The actual theme. Right. So we're going to do childhood faves and books that defined us.
Yeah.
Because we were both avid readers as children. I've got to say, I don't remember a lot of books I read as like a little kid.
Oh no,
but
neither.
I'll just like jump straight into it. I started reading the Nancy Drew books probably when I was like.
Sorry, I'm showing Hannah the graphic novels. I looked it up. No, Saz Millage did the illustration for it.
Oh, well, the illustrations are beautiful for the Raven Cycle books. Yeah, would big recommend. I started reading the Nancy Drew books when I was like 8 or 9, I think. Yeah. They were always at the local library, and there was so many of them. Actually, I've just remembered what I was reading pre-Nancy Drew, which was the Babysitter's Club books. And
absolutely.
I don't remember who wrote them.
Do you know they're graphic novels now, actually?
I saw
they're being republished as graphic novels.
I saw that they had been republished, and they've got new covers and everything, but I didn't see that they'd been done.
No, some of them are being done, I believe, as graphic novels.
Love. Anyway, I had heaps of them.
Same.
In this... Not that it matters, but Anne M. Martin wrote it. I had them in these covers.
Oh yeah, with the building block title.
So cute, loved them.
I was obsessed with those books, there are so many of them.
I read every single one of those books.
I'm pretty sure I probably read most of, if not all of them.
How many were there?
There's like 40 odd.
60 to 80 apparently.
Maybe I didn't.
Subsequent titles have been written by
ghostwriters. Yes, because Anne and Martin passed, I believe.
Yeah. I remember I distinctly remember when the author of Nancy Drew died. And Mum told me because she saw it on the news, and I started crying. And I was like 10. And I was just like, no. But yeah, did you read them when you were...
Babysitter's Club?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you read Nancy Drew books?
No, I didn't read Nancy Drew. My mum had a different series, which is Nancy Drew vein. It was called Trixie Belden. I don't remember who wrote them.
Yes. Yeah.
But it is kind of the same thing, like young girl detective solves local mysteries, like local problems, etc. So same kind of vein. And my mum had quite an extensive collection of those. So I read those. I have read Nancy Drew, but they weren't the books that I read like at that age.
Yeah.
I also read, what did I have?
621 Nancy Drew books have been published as of January 2026.
Holy hell.
Over 13 series. And they were written, they started getting published in 1930, and they're credited to the pseudonymous Carolyn Keene.
Catherine Kenny wrote Trixie Belden. The first 6 books were actually written by Julie Campbell Tatham. They were published between 1948 and 1986. There were 39 in total of
Trixie
Belden, and I'm pretty sure I read every single one of them.
Wow. That's a
I
lot.
also read, did you ever read, thinking like going back to sort of the Babysitter's Club, did you ever read any of the, I think it's called the Sweet Valley Twins books?
I think I read a couple of them, but I didn't finish them.
Yeah, I remember reading a few, like the same sort of age. I read an absolute crap ton of Enid Blyton as a kid.
I read
You
Enid Blyton
probably
when I
read
was a
Enid Blyton.
kid. Yeah, I read Enid Blyton when I was a kid. I read I never read the Goosebumps books,
I did read the Goosebumps books.
but never read them because I was a scaredy cat when I was a kid. I was a big scaredy cat. I'm still a bit of a big scaredy cat. Like, I hate the dark. I didn't want to read anything creepy or anything.
I loved the Goosebumps books.
So didn't read them. And then I just kind of started doing much of the same thing that I do now, buying books, which is I just kind of pick up anything that's got an interesting cover.
I mean, we both would have read it. Surely you read Del Toro Quest as a kid.
I didn't read Del Toro. Yeah, so I've never read Del Toro Quest.
Unbelievable.
But I read, I think we talked about it maybe on the first episode, but I read Emily Rodda's other book series, which was The Fairy Realm.
Oh, yes.
Which is like 6 books in
I think I've read that too.
And it's really cute. I still have the copy that I got for my like 9th or 10th birthday or something like that. Like, I was quite young when I got it.
I loved the Del Toro Quest books.
They were so good. And then Mum and I went to a talk that Emily Rodda did like years ago.
She just disappeared.
I'm not sure what happened to her really, but she was great. Her talk was really interesting. She was like really, I remember her being really happy when I gave her a copy of, because she did a signing afterwards. And I was like my mid-20s, I think, when I went to this signing.
Oh, bless.
It was held at the Marion Library, which, by the way, has one of the best social media accounts I've ever seen.
Oh my God, yes.
Love those divas.
Incredible.
Love them. They're so good. But when she...
Marion Library, collaborate with us.
Please. Anyway, everyone was taking up copies of Del Toro Quest, and then I pulled out my, like, I would say well-loved copy of The Fairy Realm.
Falling to bits.
Stuck together with sticky tape. And she was like, oh, she's like, I can't believe you've got a copy of this book. And then we were talking about it a little bit and she signed it for me.
I love that.
Which is really cute.
I also read Series of Unfortunate Events, which, you being a scaredy cat, you didn't read?
Nope. I didn't read.
I read, I was a big tomboy as a kid, so it's no shocker that I say as a kid, I still am. I read the Specky McGee books. Did you ever read those?
No.
They were definitely targeted towards boys. It was a book about AFL.
Oh my.
A kid's book about AFL, which surprises no one, knowing me as an adult. I also controversially would sneak my mum's Archie comics to read.
Oh, that's fun. Wait, Archie is... Are they the ones that Riverdale's based on?
Archie's in like Riverdale, yeah.
Okay, love that.
Yeah.
Love.
I used to steal those. I used to get in so much trouble. And I don't know if it's because, like, realistically, like, they're not inappropriate for kids to read. So no. I don't know if she's just, I never knew if it was like a, you're too young to be reading this, or a, don't read this because you'll ruin it. And these are really old comic books.
Yeah.
But I read those. Obviously, we both read The Babysitter's Club. Angus Thong's A Perfect Snogging.
Didn't read the book, but I did see the movie when the movie
garbage
came out.
Compared
the movie is garbage. It was really, really bad. Although
the books were good. The books were fun.
Who was the love interest in the movie?
Was
it Aaron Taylor Johnson? No, it wasn't Aaron.
Yeah, no, I think it is Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I remember seeing the movie and I didn't think the movie was that good.
Nah, it wasn't.
No, not my favorite.
The books were great. The books were very good. I also read Percy Jackson. I do think I only read the first few Percy Jackson books, though.
I didn't read Percy Jackson.
I loved Percy Jackson.
I didn't. Unfortunately, like, obviously not now. I was Harry Potter pilled when I was a kid.
As we all were.
And
we'd absolutely both read the shit out of Harry Potter as kids.
Yeah, I did. And I now don't even own my Harry Potter books. I think I burnt them. And
I still own mine.
I'm completely against everything that J.K. Rowling stands for. So,
also, side note, never read anything by Robert Galbraith.
Yes,
because that's one
J.K.
of her
Rowling's
pen names.
Pen names.
And that's a pseudonym she writes under.
Yeah.
Just for record.
And then I started reading.
I also read the Alex Rider series, Stormbreaker.
Oh, I did read that.
They were good.
Yeah, I remember reading them.
Teenage spy novels.
I think I must have been like 12. Did you read the Artemis Fowl books?
No, I did not.
I didn't read them either, but my brother was really into them. And I remember only ever kind of like hearing, even now, hearing good things about the Artemis Fowl books. Like people really, really liked them. And then like getting a little bit older and stuff like that, I read
Twilight.
Twilight.
We absolutely both read
Everyone
Twilight.
read Twilight. I had a Team Edward t-shirt. It was fine.
Obviously.
But like pre that, I read a lot of the Sarah Manning books, who's a British author. She did the Diary of a Crush series, which I can't tell you how many times I borrowed that book from the library.
That sounds familiar.
It was about like a 16-year-old girl and her falling in love with this. You can tell. I will explain this book and you will suddenly understand so much about my personality. So it's about like a 16-year-old British girl who like, I don't think these books would hold up if I went back to them. But like she falls in love on her first day of like college where she's doing like her A-levels with like this guy who's a little bit older than her, and he's like an artsy photographer kind of emo boy vibe. And his name's Dylan. And the whole series is like them breaking up and getting together, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, formative to my young,
it looks
terrible little
familiar,
mind.
I don't think I ever read them.
They were like, I genuinely don't think they would hold up now if I went back and read them. But I read them so many times when I was young. And then I read she did a couple other YA books as well. And then she did a couple like adult romance books.
Yeah.
And she did like an adult romance book called, I think it's like 9 Uses for an Ex-Boyfriend or 9 Uses for My Ex-Boyfriend or something like that. And I read that multiple times as well. It was just like funny. She's very British, but I really liked those
I remember
books.
You possibly also had to read it for school, Looking for Alibrandi.
Yes, I did have to read that and I liked it. And then there was
also the movie.
Oh my God, I've just had a
Tomorrow When the War Began.
No, it wasn't Tomorrow When the World.
I read that.
Talk amongst yourselves by
Loved Tomorrow When the War Began and the whole series. I just wish they managed to do a decent adaptation of it, which they did not, tragically.
I just had like, when you were talking about that, I just had like a repressed memory of this book coming up, which was, I must have been, I would have been like 12 when this book came out. It's called Leaving Jetty Road and it's based in Adelaide.
Oh.
And it's by Rebecca Burton. And it's like it's a typical kind of like YA book. But I remember reading that and like being excited about reading a book set in Adelaide. But that was like one of my favorite books when I was a teenager or early teen.
I also remember reading, and this would have been a big. This is crazy that like not crazy that I read it, but I don't even know how to say this. So I read a book called Does My Head Look Big in This by Randa Abdel Fattah in high school.
Oh.
Does that cover look familiar to you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Because
it's the story of I think a Muslim Australian girl who decides to start wearing a hijab.
Yes.
It was published in 2005. And like,
I remember the controversy when this book came out.
So do I. I read
it was so popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
But obviously, yeah, like very quite controversial book to have to be reading in the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Given that was the peak of anti-Muslim.
Yeah, I remember that cover looks very, very familiar.
Yeah. I don't know what I've done with most of my childhood books because I have so many books that I'm like, I owned that. Don't know where it is.
Yeah, I think
I offloaded a bunch.
I definitely offloaded a bunch when I moved out of home.
Yeah,
but also
same.
like I used the library so much when I was a kid that like I think like a lot of the books that I didn't buy the Diary of a Crush books until my like late teens when I was like nostalgia buying them.
Yeah.
Because I just borrowed them from the library all of the time. But
yeah, I did too.
2 books that I read when I was a teenager, which I think about often, one was Circles of Stone by Pamela Rushby, who is an Australian author, and the other was Cross Tides by Lorraine Orman, who is a New Zealand author. And I kind of like put them together in my brain because I read them both at the same time.
Yeah.
And like Circles of Stone is about stone circles, and it's about like a girl who goes with her mum to like a weird hippie festival somewhere in Australia where there is a stone circle.
Yeah.
And then she like connects through time. She starts like having visions to a girl who was like ritually sacrificed at a different stone circle, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and is essentially like dug up as a bog body. So it was that, I had like a bit of a morbid fascination. I used to want to be a coroner when I was a kid.
Same. I was I was studying medicine to become a medical examiner.
Jesus Christ.
My mother thought it was horrifying, and I was like, but I can't kill them. They're dead.
Exactly. And it's interesting. But yeah, I was really interested in the bog body thing, and I really, really loved that book. And then Cross Tides was like similar, but not stone circles. It was like a like moody, like grumpy, misunderstood girl who was like sent to spend time with like kind of distant relatives in New Zealand over the summer, and she learns about like her family line, I'm pretty sure, and it's like it was interesting because it was a lot to do with like the whaling industry in New Zealand, and a lot to do with kind of like racism towards like Maori people and stuff like that, particularly by like settlers. And it was kind of she would have these like visions and dreams essentially where she was like in like viewing the life of like a very distant relative who came over from Britain and was like married to this horrible fucking whaler, like mogul guy. And it was that like it was just really interesting. And I remember like it dealt with like very, very complex themes of like racism and colonialism, like to my mind, like probably maybe it doesn't hold up now, but like when I was younger, like, I think I was reading that book when I was like 11. Yeah. Like 11, 12. It was introducing those complex themes in like a way that was super, super interesting that then made me go and do more research on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were like big for me. I loved those books.
When you started talking about that, when you talked about being sent to live with family, it made me think of. Did you ever read the Secret Garden?
Yeah,
I fucking loved that book. Was that Louisa May Alcott?
Louisa May Alcott wrote Little Women, I think. Let me check who wrote the Secret Garden.
Frances Hodges. Did she write who wrote the Secret Garden? People, they're going to...
Frances Hodgson, yeah. Frances Hodgson Burnett.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
I loved that.
And I loved the 1993 movie.
Yes.
So, so beautiful.
I remember reading that as probably a fairly young kid, actually, like sub 10.
Yeah, I think I read...
Because, like, it's considered a classic, but it's a classic kids novel.
It's so good.
And absolutely, like... wanting to find my own little secret garden to live
100%.
out my fantasies in.
Yeah. Send me off to a mysterious relative and let me live in their little garden. Yeah, I know. It's so good. What an absolute joy.
Why don't we have any relatives that own country estates?
I don't know, but it feels wrong.
Oh. I didn't, at least my goldfish brain does not recall anything super like life-changing, formative, or whatever that I read in my teenage years. I, obviously growing up in a small town, like my school, I utilized the library a lot too.
Yeah.
My school library was also like the community library.
Yeah, same.
So they had your general school age stuff, nonfiction, and they also had the adult section.
Yeah.
And once I got into high school, I was old enough to get books out of that adult section.
Oh, I could get books out of the adult section when I was living in Peterborough, so I was like 12.
Yeah.
And we would do the Peterborough Library, the Jamestown Library, and the Port Pirie Library.
Nice.
So we'd just hit all of them because we were all pretty much avid readers.
Yeah.
Like except for like my youngest brother and my dad. But my mum and two of my other brothers were all like avid readers.
Yeah.
And I'd be going into that. I was not reading age appropriate books.
Brother, I was reading James Patterson at 13. But I love James. I like James Patterson. We've talked about him before. He's probably one of the most prolific authors.
I think he is. I think we looked him up at some point in an episode, and he's published so many books.
I really enjoyed his books, particularly his Alex Cross series, which is one of his earlier ones. And he also had a series called Women's Murder Club, which are the books that they are all like number based. Like the first one is called First to Die. There's like First to Die, Second Chance, Third Something, 4th of July. Yeah. Like they're all like numbered that way. I loved those books. I also, he was writing about badass women self and crime. Yeah. So, and I'm like, I can respect that.
Yeah.
I also really got into the Kathy Reichs books, so Bones. those books.
Yeah, my mum loved those books.
And
I liked Burns when it was on.
I
used to
liked
watch
the
it with my mum.
TV show, but it doesn't hold a candle to the books because they
Interesting.
changed so much, right?
Yeah.
So the books are set in Canada. They're set in They're set in Montreal, Quebec.
That's very different because I think that
they're set in Washington.
That's what I thought.
TV show
I was going to say.
She works for the Smithsonian. I'm pretty sure in the TV show. So no, it's set in Canada. And
that's quite a.
They have a lot of they have certain passages that are written in French.
Oh, okay.
They give you the translation after.
Yeah.
But there are certain parts that they have because they're French speaking.
Oh.
It's so different. I really, really enjoyed those. I also read the Tomorrow series, and then obviously as we got into later high school, things like the Hunger Games came out. The Shadowhunters books.
Shadowhunters books, huge.
Which really cemented our love for fantasy.
I also read the Miss Peregrine's books as well, which was
Home for Peculiar Children.
Yeah, I read. I think I only ended up reading three of them because I think it was originally only going to be a trilogy.
Yeah,
and then more books got added. I think as it got more popular, but I read the first three and I really liked them. I thought they were quite good.
I know there are so many books I read that are just not on this list, but
brain empty. Also, I read Game of Thrones when I was a teenager. Lots of. Maybe teenager, early 20s. Obviously, also, I did all of the John Green books.
Yeah, in a young adulthood.
I also don't think there's anything, particularly wrong with the John Green books. I think I just, oversaturated myself with them, and I find his online presence kind of annoying, but they're not bad books, I don't think.
I think they're fine. I think they're good of their time.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're like a time capsule, almost.
Yeah. I can't remember who the author was, but when we're talking about not reading age-appropriate books, we were living...
I've got one.
Yeah, when I was we were living in Peterborough and I would have been 11 to 13. I think we moved just after my 13th birthday. But, or maybe it was 10 to 13, whatever. I was very young and I picked up this book at the library because it was in the new release section.
Yeah.
And it was called Drop Dead Gorgeous. And it was written by a British author who I can't remember what her name is. And it was I picked it up because it was this big brick of a book.
Yeah.
And I was
that intrigues you.
And it was it was written about a journalist. And I was oh, that's cool because I want to be a journalist at this point. And I started reading it. It was so fucking in-depth about it was a fiction book, but it was main character gets addicted to cocaine, gets an eating disorder, her best friend dies, her boyfriend overdoses on heroin, she has a miscarriage. There is the most explicit sex scenes in that book, and I'm reading it having my tiny mind blown at that point. Can't remember who wrote it. Can distinctly remember
Katie Agnew.
Maybe? Yeah. It's the main character's called Laura or something.
Laura McNaughton.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That is the one. And I remember being blown away.
So
I was damn, they're talking about eating pussy in this book? Crazy.
Ironically, talking about books that we probably read far too young, and ironically also with a main character named Laura, I read, and I think my mum had this. It was called, and I have absolutely forgotten her surname, but it was The Diary of Laura, whoever the fuck it is from Twin Peaks.
Oh, The Diary of
what's her last name? From the girl who goes crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's completely left my brain.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, Laura Palmer.
Laura Palmer. The Diary of Laura Palmer. My mum had that book, and I read that probably when I was 12.
That feels too young.
That was too young. That was too young because that was also real intense. You're essentially reading the diary of her dissociating and creating, because obviously in Twin Peaks there's this Bob character.
Yeah. I've watched Twin Peaks. So, yeah.
It's essentially her manifesting him.
Yeah.
The diary of how her brain is fracturing and how he becomes manifested. And there's this weird sexual tension between her and this character she's created. It was...
No, thank you.
It's intense.
Yeah, no thanks. Probably a no from me.
And I read that when I was far too young.
Also read Perks of Being a Wallflower when I was a youngin'. I've spoken about it before, I think, on the pod. But yeah, that was a big book for me when I was
The
young.
Secret Diary of Laura Palmer, it was called.
Secret Diary of Laura Palmer. Yeah.
And this is what the book looked like. This is...
Is it not it's not the image of her dead on the front, is it?
No. It just looks like that. Like very, very
I have seen that book before. Yeah.
Like, I would honestly reread it now as an adult.
Yeah, I liked Twin Peaks. I've watched, and I liked Fire Walk with Me and everything like that as well.
I think Fire Walk with Me is what that is based off of.
Yeah, because Fire Walk with Me is like prequel-y, I think. Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched it, but yeah, those were the big ones.
Excellent show. Very creepy.
Yeah, I feel like after that, it was like I read a lot of fantasy because I read like Game of Thrones and everything like that. And then it was like I went straight into uni and started just reading
classics and
like books for uni.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well now I'm
burnt out
on because I have to read so much fucking Shakespeare. So
not that there's anything inherently wrong with Shakespeare's works.
There's not. They were actually very good. And it was like I liked.
We all get shoveled Shakespeare in high school and if you study at university.
Yeah, and I did. So like there was so much Shakespeare in high school and then there was so much Shakespeare at uni as well. But I also did I specifically did a subject on Shakespeare. So it was the entire...
You dug your own grave on that one.
I did. But then I did afterwards I don't remember maybe it was just called Tragedy or something like that. Yeah. But it was like, and then obviously like there were books on there that were like Hamlet was on there, I think.
Yeah.
Hamlet was on there. So there was like 2 Shakespeare plays on there as well. So I was like, great, I've just done 6 months of Shakespeare and now I've signed myself up to do another 6 months of Shakespeare.
Love that. So love that for you.
It was a long
year.
It was a long year at uni. And it was like my second year at uni, I think. But yeah, it was long. And then now I'm up to where I'm at now, I think. I
think in early young adulthood, I definitely had because I read the Shadowhunters stuff when I was probably like early 20s.
Yeah, I think I was late teens when I read them.
The first book came out in like 2008 or 9 anyway. So a lot of those books were, because I remember when some of the later the Mortal Instruments books, the later books got published.
Yeah, I don't think all of them.
So I did get to a point where I was reading the Mortal Instruments as they were coming out.
Yeah, I think I was too, but I think I must have been late teens when I started reading them, I think. Because I think there was probably 3 out by the time, 3 or 4 out by the time I started reading it. Did you ever read Go Ask Alice?
Oh, that sounds familiar.
It was published in the 70s and it's an anonymous author. Although Beatrice Sparks is generally now viewed as the author of it.
Yeah.
But it was published as like a real diary of like a 15-year-old girl who like developed a drug addiction. But I remember reading that when I was like very young, and that was really
I feel like I maybe read it.
But yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I had a huge break from reading. Like I think, and it's not that I necessarily got like burnt out. I still read here and there. But I definitely like stopped reading for a while there because like, life gets fucking busy.
Yeah. And also I was like,
I was in like my early mid-20s. I was much more about having fun and partying and
I think
doing many, many things.
I think I like
with
read
many, many people.
I think I was still reading a lot, but I don't think I was reading anything new because I was like reading books for uni.
Yeah.
And then when I wanted to read for enjoyment, I was just like rereading things I'd already read.
Yeah.
And liked because I was like, I have to read so much that I was just like not capable of like critically engaging with anything. So yeah, I didn't read for quite a while. And then kind of as I was finishing uni, I started to get more back into reading and having good reading years and stuff like that. So that's good.
I definitely picked up reading again. I started reading like ebooks that I was getting on like Apple Books.
Yeah.
Like there were these like short little thrillers that you could get for like $3. Blake Pierce is an author in particular that I was getting a lot of his books. And they were good. Like I read a crap ton of them super fast on my phone, on my iPad.
Yep.
And then I started like I got back into reading by reading like crime procedurals, thrillers, sort of action books. Like I've read a lot of the Lee Child books, which is like his Jack Reacher series.
Oh, yeah. I know
And
those
then
two.
I started to like fantasy started to pick back up in popularity, and I started to see more things about it, and I thought I'd dip my toe into that. And yeah, I've pretty much read exclusively, almost exclusively fantasy since. And now we're here and I read like 10 books a month.
I got back into reading in 2018 because I read Normal People.
Ah, yes.
And that really...
I think it was probably like 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
When I started to like really, when I picked up a couple of books and was like, oh, wait, that's right. I really like this.
And 2018 makes sense for me because I finished uni in 2017.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think I was still studying, but that was because I did my postgrad, but I did it very part-time. So I was like, I had more, and I was like, it was a very focused subject. So I was like, could read more kind of like fiction-y stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Sally Rooney books were the ones that got me back into reading because I read Normal People and then I read Conversations with Friends. And it was so good. So good. I should go back and reread them. Actually, I haven't reread them in a while, but I might.
There's
revisit.
so many books that we need to read though that I get so hesitant on rereading.
I know. I'm like, I don't want to like use my reading time like that. Maybe I'll audiobook them.
Yeah.
That could be good. That would be fun.
At the moment, I only reread if I'm like having to refresh my memory on like a series that's got a new book coming.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Whereas this is like, I just want to go back and read. Also, they're quite short. I feel like I probably could reread them pretty quickly.
You do have another whole week of leave, so.
Oh yeah, I've got to finish. I have so many books that I've started reading at the moment. Like I have 3 books currently on the go.
Make that your goal.
Yeah, I need to finish reading Between Two Fires.
Oh yeah,
which is really good. And it was just one of those books. You know when you like inexplicably just like put a book down and then you're like, I should finish that, and then you don't.
Yeah, once you've gotten yourself out of the momentum of it, and you're like, I don't want to pick this back up now.
Yeah,
yeah,
a little bit, but like I'm enjoying it. It's really good. There was a big twist just before I put it down, and then I like put it down to cook dinner, and I just haven't picked it back up again. So like I need to finish that, and then I also need to finish the oh my god, I read the book in one sitting, and then I immediately bought the second one. And I haven't read it. It's the other Rachel Gillig,
Two Twisted Crowns.
Two Twisted Crowns. I've read the first chapter, and then inexplicably put it down. And I'm like, why? I read the first one in one sitting. Why have I just put this down and gone, oh, I'm really enjoying that?
All right, I'm holding you to that.
It? I think I'm just going to not allow myself to start anything new until I finish the 4 books I currently have on the go.
Yeah, then probably wise.
Then I'll start something new.
Oh my god.
It's bad. It's grim in there. Don't look at my Kobo.
I think we've covered
we've covered them.
We've covered everything. There's not... Talking about books we read in our childhood we also wrote like absolutely fuck all notes here.
What are you talking about? My notes are so detailed. My 3 dot points.
Yeah. We basically just wrote down a small list of books that we could remember we read, and that was it. And we've obviously had a few little brainwaves of things we've read over discussing it.
I like had completely forgotten about Go Ask Alice and the Drop Dead Gorgeous book as well. But yeah, now I'm like, I don't think they're Drop Dead Gorgeous. I remember when I was reading it thinking, I don't think this is well written. And then like, I don't think it would be well written if I went back to it now.
I feel like I would love to go back to my local library, like my old school library.
Yeah.
And like peruse the shelves and like maybe refresh my memory. But because, and this is going to hurt, because we graduated 18 years ago. It is so unlikely that the libraries we went to have any of the same stuff.
There was a book.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I wish I could go back in time 15 years.
Yeah.
And go back to that library so I could, like, go through the shelves and see the stuff.
There was a book, I've just found it now, that I read, and I remember being so excited when I read it, called Lily Makes a Living by Lulu Hobian.
Yeah.
And I read it when I was living in Peterborough, and I got so excited about it because it was based in that area.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was about this like young woman who just decides that she's going to like start growing all her own, like she's going to be self-sufficient essentially. So she like turns her garden where she's living into like a massive veggie patch and she gets chickens and stuff like that. And it's all about her like relationships with the people in the town and everything.
Cute.
And it was just like a really cute, like nice book.
It feels like something that would be popular now.
Yeah, truly. Like
Ironically.
now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, damn, that would have actually been really, really popular. But I can't find. It looks like it was published in. Oh, it was published in 1996, and it's doesn't even.
Happy 30th birthday to that book.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just like a cute, nice book, and I just remember reading her and being like, I'm going to grow my own veggies, which I've never successfully done.
No, neither have I.
But that's fine. It's all good. But that was another. I just had that brainwave when you were talking about like going back to your old library, because I was like, that was a book I found in the Peterborough High School library, and it was really cute.
I actually would just want to go back to my hometown library just for the sake of it.
Yeah,
Like,
just see
just to see how different it is.
Yeah, I don't think the library that I went to the most when I was like young, like prior to when we moved to Peterborough and stuff, like we used it so much, was the Woodcroft Library and the Noarlunga Library. And I remember the Noarlunga Library being really good because it was like 3 stories high or something like that. Like it was
the Noarlunga Library is big.
It was so good. Yeah, that would be cool to go back to those ones, I think. But yeah, what a great little book that was.
Utilize your local library.
Yes, utilize it. I should go join my local library, actually. That was one of the things I was going to do when I was on leave, was go and join my local library, because apparently it's very good. So
yes, I need to as well.
Yeah, because I use like the Libby app, but that's just using the essay library in general, like the one card or whatever it is. So yeah, I should go join my local library. It'll be good, I think. Are we going to play Corby's game?
Yes.
Yes. So this
you go.
was going to be part of we kind of took, like, Corby gave a very vague answer to our call for questions, where he also, because he's not even on social media, but like his partner told us what he wanted to do for this, which was he gave us the fuck, marry, kill game. And then, which basically ended up with Jess and I having to explain to Justin and Corby what fuck, marry, kill actually is, which is like, you don't go, oh, I'm going to marry this character and I'm going to kill this character and then fuck this character. It's someone gives you 3 characters and then you choose from there.
Yeah.
Which is very funny. So we're going to play that game, and we were going to play it in the question episode, but then the question episode went for so long that we didn't, and then we lost half of it anyway. So now we're going to play the game.
We are.
And Eliza allegedly has...
I have prepared a PowerPoint. I'm
so excited for the PowerPoint. I'm so excited for the PowerPoint. I think I made some very rough notes in my phone. So.
Do you want to do yours first?
Let's do yours first.
Do the PowerPoint
Let's do yours first, because I want to see. We're going to do yours, and then I'll see how many I have to take off of mine.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets.
I have
5. 1, 2,
I did 3 rounds, 5. And then Justin came up with 2.
Okay, so we both got 5.
Yeah.
I have 3 all male sets and 2 all female sets.
Okay, great.
So first up is obviously Zayden Ryerson from Fourth Wing.
Oh, I was like, what are we talking about?
I have given some slight notes. So obviously Zayden is a shadow wielder. He's a moody cunt, and he's overprotective, and a dragon rider.
Okay, cool. I'm enjoying the fan art.
Yeah. I have to use fan art to at least give you a descriptor.
Yes.
You know who that's going to be. We have Resand from Akatar.
Not how I pictured him, but keep going.
Yeah, that's like a fairly loose. Resand's appearance is a highly debatable topic.
I think he's too goody two-shoes looking in that. But anyway, keep going.
He's High Lord of the Night Court. Mm-hmm. He's also a Shadow Wielder. This is kind of the Shadow Wielder
vibe. Yeah.
Section.
I feel like I know who the next one's going to be, but continue. Keep going.
We'll see.
I want to say it's the Darkling.
Negative.
Fuck.
The Darkling actually didn't make this list. This is Dorian from Throne of Glass.
Okay. They do kind of all look the same.
They do all look the same. So obviously you've read Fourth Wing, so you know Zayden is the moodiest cunt on the planet. He's also very overprotective.
Mm-hmm.
Resand is very charming. Probably considered one of the most powerful fae.
Yes.
In the realm.
I don't know anything about Dorian, so immediately kill him because I don't know shit about him. So I like that you said the most charming and loyal to a fault, still kill. I think I would fuck Xaden and marry Rhysand.
Okay.
I think. And that's purely just because I know that I've, like, out of
you
all
know
of
these
them,
characters.
I have read, I mean, I haven't even finished ACOTAR. I read like a book and a half of it, but I feel like
So you're barely gonna know the rest of these.
That's totally fine. I can just go vibes based.
That's what I want you to go vibes based.
Okay, great. Yeah, so probably kill Dorian, fuck Xaden, marry Rhys. What about you? What was yours?
I love Dorian. I do. He is a sweet baby boy who deserves to be protected at all costs. I think I would fuck Xaden.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would kill Rhysand.
Interesting.
And I think I would marry Dorian.
Okay, I'm happy for you.
And that could change on any given day, honestly.
Also,
because Dorian and Rhysand are quite similar.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, these three fictional men that you presented are all the same character.
Yes, they are. Same men, different font.
Yeah, exactly. And the slightest different font there.
All right, round 2. We have female. We are in a women all women. Jesus Christ, all women category. We have Aelin from Throne of Glass. We have Feyre from ACOTAR.
Not what I pictured it to look like. But...
And we have Bryce from Crescent City. So this is basically the Sarah J. Maas trilogy of women.
Yeah, I was just going to be like, okay.
Aelin is arguably the most powerful Fae that Sarah J. Maas has ever written. She had godlike fire powers. Like she could incinerate.
Oh yes, I remember.
She could incinerate anything.
Hot.
My favorite note was always has a plan that she usually keeps from others. Because she does.
Yes,
she always has another plan going on in the background.
I remember you telling me about this.
Fiercely protective. Feyre, obviously human.
Yeah.
Turned Fae. She is the High Lady of the Night Court. Oh, I've just had my back.
Jesus Christ, woman.
She's an archer. She's a questionable painter, if you depending on whose narrative you believe. She's also considered really powerful because she actually has...
She's got multiple powers.
She has powers from every High Lord.
Yep.
That's how they saved her, as they all gave her a bit of her power.
Yep.
So she is arguably more powerful than Rhysand.
Interesting.
You could argue that. Bryce Quinlan is half Fae. She's the one that I said is, I think her mother was Fae and her father was human.
Yep.
She's very, very smart.
Mm-hmm.
She, like, her job in Crescent City, she works for this, like, ancient artifact dealer, so she's very knowledgeable on all of that.
Mm-hmm.
She's a party girl.
She
loves to partake in the fun substances.
Okay. I feel like I don't know enough about Aelin and Bryce, so this is fully off the top of the dome. Kill Feyre because I find her to be unbelievably fucking irritating.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah, so bye, Diva. And then probably fuck Aelin, I think, because scary. And then Bryce, if she's like very smart and has dry humor like you've written there, I feel like I would probably be more into, so I'd marry her. And yours? You look shocked.
I'm actually like, I agree. I think I would kill Feyre.
Mm-hmm.
I got nothing against Feyre. I just think she's the least interesting out of the three.
So I just find it irritating. The person who is currently doing yard work, by the way, near your house, is my actual enemy.
I know. Thankfully, I
don't think it's picking
been picked up by the microphones, but it is rude. I think I'm in agreement. I think I would get along long term with Bryce better. Bryce likes clear communication. She doesn't really love secrets being kept from her, whereas Aelin always has a plan going on, and she's so fucking bad at keeping people informed. She just doesn't. Like she doesn't trust anyone.
She sounds like a nightmare. That would get old so fast. So yeah,
I love Aelin. I really do. But I do think I'd fuck Aelin because I think she'd be a fun time, and I think I'd marry Bryce.
Yeah.
Because I would also very much like to fuck Bryce.
Yeah. I don't know anything about her, but I'm like, okay, I'm into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next round?
Next round. I don't remember who this one is. I don't remember what round this is.
Oh.
Kingfisher from Quicksilver.
Haven't read, but
No, you haven't
interesting.
read. So, Kingfisher, Rowan from Throne of Glass.
Again, don't know who this man is.
I don't think you know
Blonde,
any of these ones.
so that's his crime.
Yeah, but Rowan. And Slade from the Predator Prison. This is my Where Is My Wife collection, essentially.
Oh, yes.
These are like the husband material that will burn down the world for their ladies.
Okay.
Not saying the others wouldn't, but these two will go scorched earth immediately without listening to any sort of reason.
Hang on, I'm going through them. So
Yes.
I don't know what Quicksilver is, but
Quicksilver is the Kelly Hart novel.
right. Okay. The blonde guy, dead. I'm not into it. Sorry.
Okay.
Bye. And then probably like okay. Kill Rowan.
Okay.
Fuck Kingfisher. Marry Slade, I think.
Okay.
No?
No.
Incorrect answers?
See, I would marry all three of these.
Yeah.
This is the hard one.
This is very biased.
This is the hardest one for me, I think.
Yeah.
I would absolutely marry Slade. I'm with you on that. Slade Ravenger is one of my absolute top male leads.
Mhm.
I love Kingfisher. However, I think they have kind of torched his character a little bit in the second book.
Yeah.
There's just some things that have happened in the second book that I'm like,
Yeah.
And I think I would fuck Rowan.
Okay.
Like, Rowan literally has a line in his books of, "Where is my wife?" And I'm like, yes. Because Rowan and Aelin are a pair.
Oh, okay.
For clarity.
Right. Because I'm like, I don't know these people.
Okay. I can get behind it. I can understand people not liking Rowan because he's blonde.
Yeah, it's just a fatal flaw in all men.
Rowan's character is enough for me.
You.
He's excellent.
Yeah.
He's absolutely excellent. Like, I do love Kingfisher. I really do. But he doesn't hold a candle to Slade or Rowan, to be honest. All right, round 2. This is
round 2.
Round 2
Three?
of women. Round 2 of the ladies.
Yes. Oh, is that Maud? Yes!
It is Maud from The Night and the Moth.
My wife. All right, let's go.
We have Manon Blackbeard.
Don't know who that is.
And we have Aurea Nightborn from The Serpent, the Wings of Night. Now, you wouldn't know who this is. This one's Aurea's a little bit of a rogue, but this is kind of the badass woman who don't really need no man, even though Aurea ends up with somebody.
Okay.
And it is alluded that Manon does too, but.
So, Manon, I will kill. Aurea, I would fuck because I saw that you said a fucking whiz with daggers, and I think that that's cool.
Yeah.
And then I would marry Maud in a heartbeat. Maud walked on screen, and I was just walked on screen in my mind when I was reading that book, and I was just like sold.
Yeah,
I love
fair.
her.
If
anything happens to Maud in the next book, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, I think I would. I do like Aurea.
Mm.
I think I would kill her. I think I would fuck Maud, and I would absolutely marry Manon Blackbeard.
Interesting. I'm just so sold on Maud. Also, like, it's the only book that I've read out of the books that you've got there.
And
so,
that's
like,
it. You're just going.
like,
that's why I've got the notes, because most of these is going to be you're going on vibes. So I had to give some vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be mine with that.
Okay. All right. My last round.
Yes.
And this one is the emo boy playlist.
Oh, let's go.
So, first off, you're not going to know who he is. This is Darius from Zodiac Academy.
Okay. Interesting.
We have Rune Danon from Crescent City.
Don't know who that is.
You should.
Okay.
And
is this the Dark Room? I don't know who this is. Oh, okay, great. It's Rory. Okay, right. So we have
Darius, Rune, and Rory Mendacious from The Night and the Moth.
Okay, my answers are going to be really obvious here. I think I will. Hang on, I'm reading your notes.
Read the notes.
Darius, Dragon Shifter, starts off as a bully, rides a motorcycle, doesn't impress me. elemental magic, fire and water, deeply obsessive, doesn't impress me. But Siri plays Shania Twain, that don't impress me much. Rune is Fey Prince, rides a motorbike, party boy with a soft heart.
I think he does. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure he rides a motorcycle.
Sarcastic, the most loyal boy ever.
He really is.
And then Rory is our emo Night King. Correct. Okay. I will kill Rune, I think. Fuck Darius, even though I don't know anything about him. And then I would marry Rory.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I would go. We definitely have crossover in when I read mine now.
Okay. You're going to kill me for this. I think I would kill Rory only because...
I can't believe this Rory slander.
And this is only because we've only had one book with Rory, right?
Yeah, he was so good.
Darius is in Zodiac Academy. Zodiac Academy has 9 books.
Jesus Christ.
And they are not small books. Like the first book is like 500 pages.
Yeah, I think I've seen them.
It's a big old collection on my shelves. You have 9 books of Darius. I don't like Darius. You don't like Darius for like the first 2 books. Because it starts off as a little bit of a bully romance. But once you
Maybe I kill him then. I'm not into the bully romance.
The thing is once you get into the story, you understand why.
Okay.
Like there is a fairly reasonable
explanation. Why am I saying I'm not into bully romance and then previously I have gone on mic and said I like enemies to lovers?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Rune he's in 3 books.
Yep.
Whereas we've only got 1 for Rory. So that's the only reason that I'm killing Rory. I love Rory. I really do. But I haven't gotten enough out of him yet.
Interesting. I feel like I got enough out of him in 10 minutes and I was this is good.
By comparison.
It would be. I'm
with you. I would fuck Darius and I would marry Rune.
I just like that you said would probably ride a motorcycle if they existed.
He would.
Yeah, he probably would.
He would.
It's just not impressive to me. I'm just like, nah. Oh, you ride a motorbike? Okay.
But yes, I love Rory and I, want much more from him in book 2, which we will get. But I think because the sheer amount of content we've got is so much lesser.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's the only reason for me. Like, if you had read all of the books, you might have a different opinion, but you've only read The Night and the Moth. Like, you're going based on vibes only, so yours makes sense.
It's vibes based. But yeah, no, I love Rory. Okay, so mine, there will be crossover because...
That's fine. I expect there would be.
So round 1.
Yes.
I also don't have I really appreciated your slideshow.
The visuals.
The visuals were good. We're doing Theatre of the Mind for mine because mine is my notes app on my phone.
Okay, that's fine.
So round 1, The Darkling from 6 of Crows.
You know what?
6 of Crows. Is it 6 of Crows series?
Shadow and Bone.
Shadow and Bone. So The Darkling, played by Ben Barnes.
Version.
Ben Barnes' version. Raven from One Dark Window and Rory from The Night and the Moth.
We've also got a bit of an emo boy collection here.
Emo boy collection here.
I
would, in this situation, I would kill Rory, fuck Raven, and marry the Darkling. Ben Barnes' version.
Yeah, honestly, the Ben Barnes version, yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I haven't read Shadow and Bone yet.
Oh, interesting.
It is on my list.
Interesting.
So I am purely going based on the TV show. So I'm purely going based on Ben Barnes.
That's really fine.
I think I would kill Rory.
Yep.
I'm with you there. I think I would fuck the Darkling and marry Raven. My opinion may change once I've read the books, though.
It may.
So I think that's where I'm at.
I also just realised that with...
But I mean, if it was Ben Barnes, I would marry the Darkling.
Sold. Why not? Get the marriage license.
Ben Barnes is who I imagine for just about every
genuinely
dark shadow daddy fake prince character.
And I feel like it's been like that since
Hana and Bone came out.
No, even before that. I feel like because he was the
Prince Caspian
in the Narnia things, but I also feel like he was like back in the day on like Tumblr, he was like the face claim for young Sirius Black.
Yes.
And then he was...
Yeah, because he still gets that.
Yeah, he still gets that. And he was also in a lot of the, like, any kind of fantasy thing. It was, like, photos of him coming up of the, like, the dark fantasy guy.
Ben Barnes is one of the most attractive human beings on the planet.
Yeah, he's also way older than I thought he was. I think he's in his, like... Not that he's that old, but I think he's in his, like, mid-40s. I think. Okay, round 2. I'll have to give you descriptors of these because...
And they're non-fantasy characters?
No, they are fantasy characters, but you haven't read them. So round 2, Stephen from Paladin's Grace. Brooding, kind of very, very tall, knits in his spare time to deal with his
As soon as you
trauma.
said knits, I thought...
No. Knits socks for his fellow paladins.
Okay, so broody tall and knit socks. Gotcha.
Yep, extremely kind of literal in his thinking.
Okay, so
love him.
Autistic.
Yeah, my autistic rears. Ishtavan from Paladin Strength. Slutty, big. Wants specifically a big woman so that he, like a big tall woman.
Okay.
And then
I can vibe with that because I am myself a big tall woman.
Shane from Paladin's Faith. Very sweet, very loyal, very dedicated to his faith, blonde.
Killing Shane. Not because of the blonde. As soon as you said sweet and loyal, I'm like, I love you. You're like best friend material.
So sweet and nice in the books.
And what were the other 2 names? What was the first one?
Ishtavan and Stephen. So Stephen's the one who knits and Ishtavan is the one who is big.
Ishtavan, I'm going to fuck and I'm going to marry Stephen.
Perfect. Great choices. Same choices for me. Round 3 is Maud from The Night and the Moth.
Yep.
Galadriel from Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
And Christine from The Wax Child.
Okay. I'm going to marry Maud.
Obviously.
I am going to kill Christine.
Yep, fair.
And I'm going to fuck Galadriel, but I almost thought about killing Galadriel because she terrifies me.
Yeah, I almost thought about it as well, but I think I would probably be into it. I think for like one night where I'm like scared for my life but also horny, I would probably be into that. I think would be good.
Yeah, okay.
The next 2 rounds are Justin's contribution.
Oh my God, yes. All right, let's fucking go. He's going to give me hobbits, isn't he?
Samwise, Pippin, and Merry.
Oh, I'm marrying Sam.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without
Sam
a doubt.
is beautiful, beautiful husband material.
I am... I love you, Mary, but I'm killing you and I'm going to fuck Pippin.
Yeah, I think I would be the same. I don't think I really, really want to...
Can I fuck Mary and Pippin together instead?
Yeah, I think that they're too much of a package.
How about we Black Widow them, we fuck them, then we kill them both.
Perfect.
And then we marry Sam.
Great. Brilliant. And then round 5, my answers here are so obvious. This is also Justin's contribution. Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli.
I'm going to kill Aragorn. No, wait, no, fuck.
What?
Sorry, no. Sorry, no.
Kill you.
Sorry. Why did I say that? For some reason, I was thinking of, oh my God, I can't even remember his name, the wizard.
Gandalf?
Gandalf.
Jesus.
My brain, no.
Christ.
Absolutely not. No, I am...
Are you serious? This is so obvious.
Yeah, except I think I'm killing Legolas.
Yeah, that's what makes it obvious. I would kill Legolas.
Fuck Gimli and marry Aragorn.
I would fuck Gimli and marry Aragorn.
I thought you were going to say you'd... Okay. All right, we're on the same page. I thought I was about to have a hot take saying I'd kill Legolas.
No, I would kill Legolas. I don't think...
I love Orlando Bloom, and I do love Legolas as a character, but I think Gimli would be an absolute fucking riot in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, I think
he
would.
So loud.
That was very loud. Gimli, I feel like, is a man who knows how to eat pussy.
Absolutely.
So I would... This is...
He probably comes up to my pussy.
Yeah, you are very tall. And he is very short. But Aragorn, like...
You don't even need to kneel down.
The bit where Aragorn opens those doors... Like, flings the doors open.
The doors to Helm's Deep is the moment.
It's the moment. Or the part where, in the 3rd movie, where he's like, but you'll suffer me, or something like that, when he's with the ghosts.
I would be on my knees to suffer you, my friend.
Oh, my God. We should
do a watch of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And just record all the moments where we get horny.
It would be so... I couldn't do that. I couldn't publicly.
I love that his were all Lord of the Rings.
But yeah, it was so funny when the first time I watched Lord of the Rings and I was like, because I for so long was like, I'm not watching this. And then I started watching it. And then the part like where he was like, you'll suffer me or whatever. I can't remember his exact wording. And I was like, I have to put my entire fist in my mouth and bite because I was just like, whoa, okay, I do be getting it.
Yeah, I understand now.
I understand. So yeah, anyway, that was thank you, Corby, for that unhinged section.
That was fun though.
That was fun.
That's always fun. Now, we discussed this earlier. We weren't going to spin the wheel in this first episode. However, at the top of the episode, we've recapped the books that we've read.
Oh, so we do have to spin the wheel this time.
We unintentionally talked about them because it has been the full month since we recorded. So we've read the books. It has only been 2 weeks since we spun the wheel.
Yeah.
But I say we just spin it because this episode comes out in a couple of days.
Yeah.
So then we're at the top of June.
Yes, because that works out better reading-wise for us,
yes,
I think.
It does.
Yeah. All right, spin the wheel.
All right.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Book and movie TV adaptation.
Movie or TV. So a book that's got an adaptation, which means we need to read the book and we need to watch the adaptation.
Interesting.
I know. I don't want to do it. Please, let's not do a classic, though.
I don't know what I'm going to read.
We'll talk about what we'll do in the next episode.
Yeah.
But for the month of June, because we're actually recording and releasing this at the start of the month or close enough to the start of the month, we are going to read a book that has a movie or TV adaptation and then also watch said adaptation. Yeah. And then we can talk about it.
Ooh, yeah, I'm going to have to do
This is going to be a good one.
I'm going to have to think about this because I don't actually know what I'm going to
I should just read the first Bridgerton novel because I've been
you could
watching
do that.
Bridgerton.
I was thinking maybe I'll read Hamnet, but I feel like that's really obvious. But I could read it because I watched that movie when it came out, like at the beginning of the year, and that was really good. But I'll have to think about this a little bit more.
I'm going to have to go back to the adaptations episode notes and have a look.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, that'll be where I go. Anyway, bring that shit up. I need to have a look.
That's all we have for today. This was
also, we only recorded for an hour and 40 minutes. My God, that's quick for us.
Short for us. The next one's going to be longer, though, I fear.
Yeah, I think the next one might be longer. And we also have to re-record Dale's questions as well. But that's okay.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
All right. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Okay, bye.
Bye.